Pushed by families who lost their loved ones to drugs, Chicago police are now getting trained to investigate drug-related deaths as homicide. CBS 2's Marissa Perlman has more on how two former CPD officers helped inspire that change.
You know, my daughter was 18 years old. She didn't know what she was doing.
How did drugs sneak into my house and steal my youngest child and kill him?
Two former Chicago police officers, Terry Almanza and John Roberts, among the hundreds of parents in the Chicago area whose kids have died from a lethal amount of drugs. For Terry's daughter, Sydney, she died from an overdose at a party in 2015. And for John's son, Billy, a heroin overdose took his life in 2009.
This stuff is pure poison.
For years, they've demanded change, calling on prosecutors and their own former department, Chicago PD, to treat drug deaths as homicides and go after the people who sold their kids drugs. Finally, as of late December, CPD approved its first ever policy for officers to investigate drug deaths under what state law calls drug-induced homicides. Since Terry's daughter's death in 2015, there have been more than 6,000 opioid-related deaths in Chicago alone. Last year, more than 1,600 people in Cook County died from opioid poisoning. But it's believed the number of convictions that brought homicide charges against the sellers is in the single digits.
It's such a hard charge to prove. They didn't know how to proceed with an investigation.
The new policy here at home looks to focus on collecting evidence at the scene, cell phones, drug paraphernalia, and dig into the victim's social media for intel on the seller. It seems simple, but it also simply wasn't done before now.
Thousands every year were being told, there's nothing we can do for you. Your child's dead, but there's nothing we can do. That's wrong.
There's no happy ending for our families, but these cases, warrant some answers.
In Terry's case, both of her daughter's drug dealers were arrested. One is now serving 6 years. In John's case, the person who gave his son heroin has never been caught.